This month marks 50 years since the end of the military draft, and decades later, our all-volunteer force is facing some new challenges. Those challenges include recruiting and retaining those who choose to serve. Joining me now is Brigadier General Christopher Amrhein, the new leader of the Air Force Recruiting Service. General Amrhein, thank you so much for your time. Congrats to you also in this new position. You took command of Air Force Recruiting Service last month. Talk to us about your short and long-term goals here, because there's some serious work to do.
Absolutely. Nichole, thanks for having me on today. It's great to be able to chat with you. And just a few short weeks in the seat have seen some pretty fantastic efforts that come across from our Air Force and Space Force recruiting initiatives that are out there. Our Vice Chief of Staff, General Amrhein, has really led championing some removal of bureaucratic barriers to increase our opportunities to attract talent, and we're starting to see that windfall. We've had a really good last quarter, starting to meet our goals, which has been a highlight from the year. And I would say that that is a good start. I think from a long-term vision, we need to reinforce what we do from a mission standpoint out to our community from both the air and space forces. A go blue, stay blue type of campaign. And I know that a lot of the wings, even at the local level, have really started to open up their bases and outreach to reach out to the community about when I first came in the Air Force. If I were to poll 100 people in a room, how many had a member that served in the military, that number would be close to 45. Now that number's down around 15. So it's undeniable we have some work to make sure that that we reinforce our value proposition from our air and space forces and all the opportunities that are out there. If there is a job that people want to do in the civilian market, we have that in our air and space forces.
Absolutely. And General, you talked about removing some of those bureaucratic challenges, but I want to focus in on that because in theory, those bureaucratic challenges would have been there over the years. So how has recruiting changed? Because what type of obstacles are you dealing with now that maybe weren't even thought of, say 10, 20, even 30 years ago?
Well, one of the things that has come online is, and it's everybody recognizes it, is our medical accessions process takes a little bit longer, and we have to work through that to condense it down a little bit more. Being able to bring people in and recognize that if there is something that we need to look at each case by case to assess them, will we do that? If we can condense those timelines down, that actually will provide opportunities for potential accessions to come into our military versus choosing another path to go do.
And my last question for you, General, because there's some people that say, yes, we need to make some changes to try to get people in, but then people say, well, we don't want to make it too easy because then we may be left with a military that's not as strong. What is your answer to that?
Well, what I would offer is with regard to all the initiatives that are out there, the work that our recruiters are doing day in and day out to go out and attract talent to bring into our air and space forces. That's exactly it. Any of the things we're looking for has never diminished the quality of the airman or guardian that we're seeking in our forces. And I think that has really been the standing attribute of the all-volunteer force over the years, is that it brings in opportunities to attract the highest talent that we can retain in our air and space forces.
Well, we certainly like to hear that. Brigadier General Amrhein, we thank you so much for your time and for your service. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Cole. It's great to talk with you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.